What's up guys, today I'm going to be doing a modules tier list. I know this is the most consistent I've been uploading. I've been pumping these babies out like a young Christian couple. Anyway, I'm not going to be doing common modules like the car jack and the fuel barrel because nobody cares about that stuff. So we're going straight on to the blue modules. The fuel tank, I don't know, B, C? If you need fuel, great, but it's an explosive attached to your build. Sure, B. It does its job. Contact, sure, good for... Actually, no, I completely forgot what this was. Yeah, I'm gonna put contact... I'll put it in A tier. I completely forgot what the contact was for a second. The contact is really, really good armor, if anyone doesn't know that. It has like 1-to-1 Dura to mass ratio, it's like 100-to-100. The size of it is really nice. The contact is really nice armor. The rift, sure, I mean, it's good for detaching things, that's kind of the point of it, but it doesn't really do anything else. It's not really armor or anything, it does its own thing, so B, I guess. The listener, it's pretty good as armor for like your 9k builds. A, sure. Horizon, bro, this thing, it's kind of goofy. You don't ever need a scope, like one where it actually goes like, your vision goes through the scope and not just like an extra zoom in. This is kind of weird. It's very niche if you actually would like to use it. Usually you have it on like an undermounted build so you can aim at frames or something properly, but even then it's just really weird. Just put it C. The big G is really good. I'm gonna put it in A. When you need for like your 9k builds, the big G is really nice. It pretty much has no explosion damage. Pretty easy to fit in. It's very light. It's really good. The aggregator, I hate it. It's massive and it's heavy and it's stupid to the point where I would just rather use a different cabin or big G if I ever need like these low power score things. I hate it. The blast off is nice for like I don't know, art builds and stuff like that because it's just small and easy to fit in, but it doesn't do anything else. It's not really good for cockpit perk. C, I guess. The chill is nice for like new players and stuff. Even I could put chill in A. Even the chill is nice higher up because you'd usually always spend like if you have 1E, you usually always spend it for like a chill instead of the cooler. So I could put it in A. But I'll just put it B for now. Same. The cooler's probably worse. I'll just put it in B anyway, just because they're nice for new players. 1E, ammo, blue ammo. I don't even know what to do with ammos. I feel like the blue ammo could be S. It's just really good armor. Like for those of you who may not know, those hovers that you see that have like ammo boxes on the front just hanging out, that's armor because these ammo boxes have really good ratios, plus it gives you ammo. I could put it in S, but then I feel like I'd just put all the ammo boxes in S. And I'll put it in S because it is sort of the best ammo. It's really small, gives good amounts, really good ratio, Dura to mass, it's good armor, sure. The iris, A as well. I'm not going to worry about doing whichever's towards the front is better than the one at the back, because it gets to a point where I can't move them around properly, so each rank is like its own thing. Wait, I'm gonna zoom in a bit more. There we go. Yeah, the iris I feel like is A. Again, really good Dura to mass ratio, so it's really good armor. Plus, if you need the extra zoom in. The teal chameleon, it's pretty bad, I'm gonna be honest. There's the only reason you would use the Mark 1 over the Mark 2 is size in the build. That's the only reason. The Mark 2, they have the same reload, they have pretty much the same Dura to mass, that same energy, but the Mark 2 lasts longer. I want to put it in F. It needs to be 1E, I feel like. But it's just not, the size is the only reason why I would use the Mark 1. If you just needed like a cloak for the sake of having a cloak, not really to sneak around. I'll put it in C, because it is sometimes okay, just because of the size. The Maxwell, I don't actually even know where to put this. It'd be like A tier if it was 1E, but because it's 2, the only reason you use this over the Doppler is the power score limitations or mass. I want to put it in C just because it's 2E as well, which is the biggest thing. Like usually if it's power score or mass, you can figure out a way to reduce those and put a Doppler on. So I'm just going to put Maxwell in C. The Oculus, I'd say this is S as well, right? This is pretty much a staple on every high power score build, like Clan Wars build. You kind of need this. I don't think anything more needs to be said. Just being able to see when someone's sneaking up behind you. The Ampere or something, I don't even know how to say that. But this is the 4E generator, right? I don't know. Middle of the field. It's middle. It's like absurdly average. The charge, I don't like the charge. It's really heavy and it's massive. 5 energy. This is like your 10k power score generator, 9k. I want to put a B as well, but I just don't like how big it is. But I'll just put a B. I don't really know. It's really big and it's really heavy. Bro, that due to mass is really bad. I didn't realize how bad that was. I'm gonna put it in C just because of that. It's so heavy, dude. The hardcore, there's honestly not a point in using this engine. Like, only new players should be using this because they don't, I don't know, maybe they don't have like generators. They don't have like a big G or something and they can't have a Razorback. The hardcore used to be, literally, I'm gonna put an F. The hardcore used to be like the meta engine ages ago, just like hardcore and growl. Because, I don't know, they both had good speed and power, but then they kind of kept getting nerfed. Now the hardcore is sort of just arse. I just wouldn't use it over pretty much any other engine, even though it's 0 energy. As a new player, sure, but if you can get like a Razorback or something or a Dunhorse, just get those instead. The Razorback. I would put the Razorback in A, but the only reason I'm not putting it in A is because of its hitbox. It has, so this is in line with the frame here. Just fine. This is all whatever. Actually, I think this might be something. No, that's normal. But yeah, this top thing is like half a pin up. And it ruins pretty much everything to do with building around the engine. Like, I can't, like, if they just fixed this or got rid of this, the Razorback would be like high A. Like this, it's a really nice engine, but the only reason it is annoying is because of this top part. So I'm gonna put it in like, I'm gonna put it in A still, but I just want to put it B. I really want to put it in A because it is really good. Just that hitbox is so annoying. Oh, I'll put it in A anyway, just because it is a really solid engine for new players. The Dunhorse, it's also absurdly average. Put it B. It's just average at everything, size and power, everything else it gives is just average. The ammo supply, the teal ammo, this thing is also really good. Like, I could put it S, but I think it's sort of like a weird middle ground of everything. Its Duramass is really nice. Its size is pretty nice. The amount of ammo it gives is pretty nice, but it gives a lot of ammo, so you want to keep it safe. But at the same time, its Duramass is really nice, so you want to use it as armor. But you can't really spam these things as armor because they're a lot heavier than these. So you'd be using a lot of mass on disposable armor kind of thing. I'd put it in A just because it is still really good. It's probably the best ammo. Like, I would use this over a purple for like just ammo storage. It's just kind of annoying because you want to use it as armor, but at the same time you want to keep it as ammo. So I'll put it in A. Genesis, I don't know. Bro, who use drones? The only time you can use Genesis is if you're using barriers, all right? No actual drones. No droners here on this channel. The Discharger. It's like 10% reload, 1 energy, sure. For like 9k, this is a really good ammo. What? Really good reload. A, it's 1 energy, 10%, sure, it's good. The power unit, I'm putting it in C. This could be B, because it's good. It's like good for plasma emitters and stuff, but plasma emitters alone are pretty average and bad already. And this thing costs like 1,000 coin, bro. It's 4 energy and it costs like nearly 1,000 coin. I could put a B just because it's good with plasma emitters, but I don't like how much it costs because it's a pack only thing. So it's really annoying. I'll put it in B anyway because people are going to be like, no, you don't understand. With this one build that I made, it's really, really good. It belongs in S tier. So I'll put it up in B. Tormentor. I could put this in S, but the only reason I'm not going to is because it's made for like melee weapons and Ripper just so happens to like get affected by it. If this is made for like only Ripper, then I'd put it in S because it makes Rippers from like good to really good. But because it's also made for like normal melee weapons and it's sort of a waste of energy, kind of, and it's just sort of weird, I'm just gonna put it in A. Argus, B. It's pretty much, it's very niche. I don't really count like levies having this. Like, I'm sort of talking about this on like a normal build. It's just very niche. It's good for shooting down like a swarm volley, like half a swarm volley. But I don't think it can shoot off like Akari's, Phoenixes, and other attachments to build, but no one uses those things, and it's just sort of a waste of energy, I feel like. B, it's okay, but there's just better things. I could put it in C, honestly. I'll put it in C. It's just kind of a waste. Like, no one uses projectile attachment thingies where an Argus would be like, oh man, I really wish I had an Argus right now to shoot off this thing on my build. It's only good against Swarm, but you have Flock. Flock should be a module. You have Flock, and it's no energy. Interceptor, I'm putting it in F. Bro, who cares? This thing's poop. Against actual drones, who cares about actual drones? Just shoot them. You don't need a whole module for that. And we've tried testing this thing with barriers, and it doesn't even work properly. You have to be inside the barrier, or like in the pretty much inside the barrier's radius before it goes up for it to work. So it basically doesn't work. The days C, it's pretty bad. It's cool sometimes turning off guns for like a little bit, but it's really big and really annoying to build around. It becomes explosive and it drains a lot of power, so you just become really slow. It's bad. Averter, S. I don't think I need to say much more. The Averter is literally just better than the Omamori in like 9 out of 10 situations. It's less energy, pretty much does the same thing, but more efficient, I guess. S, it's really good size. Chameleon Mark II, put a B. It's good, it's just really big. And it has 0 durability and it's massive, so it takes up a lot of space and it isn't giving you any actual armor. So otherwise I put it A because its duration and reload is pretty nice, but it's just massive. The Keen, S tier as well. Really good armor. Put this in front of your hovers and stuff. You just use this as armor. Really good 0 to mass ratio. It's free. Gives you like radar. The Doppler, I mean, I don't know. You kind of need a radar, right? It's just really heavy. It's the only downside of the Doppler. I want to put it in B, but it is, I mean, it's good, does its job, right? It gives you massive radar coverage. It's just really heavy. That's the only thing I don't like. And it has like a funky hitbox when you're building with it. I'll just put it in A because, you know, Verifier is pretty bad, I'm going to be honest. I was going to put it in B. It's obviously the same perk as an Oculus, but you can decloak people and it has like more range and more accuracy or whatever, which is great, but it's 2 energy. It's very rare that you have like a free spare energy. And it takes a long time to like go up and activate and decloak people, and it takes that long that by the time you use it, there's a good chance that that person might have already just decloaked themselves and is shooting someone. In a 1v1 situation, it could be pretty good, but again, like an Oculus is pretty much the same thing. I don't know, Verify is just kind of poop. And it's also heavy, like very heavy compared to the Oculus. Neutrino, I don't even know. I want to put it C. I'm just going to put it C. Same thing as the Horizon. It's just having, when you zoom in, having it actually come from the scope and not just like a zoom in as a whole. It's kind of weird and it sort of screws with your aiming sometimes. It's nice being able to see explosives and sometimes through like mini bushes and stuff because like the white and the thermal. It's just kind of goofy. You got to find a position for it on the build. It takes up a part. The Dura Mass, I'm pretty sure, is pretty good on it, but it's, I don't know. It's just a bit odd. I'd kind of rather have an iris and just have a better whole zoom in instead of just one on one point. The harmonizer, I feel like the harmonizer could be, it's definitely A, probably not S, but it's definitely A. It makes weapons on certain builds and cabs go from bad to meta. Like Swarm, for example. Swarm used to pretty much only be good on step because of the spread reduction, so you hit every rocket instead of some. Now you can use harmonizers on any cab with Swarm, and now Swarm is everywhere. Like, if you use Swarm on Nova, on Griffin, on, I don't even know. You can use Swarm on pretty much any cabin now because of harmonizer, and that's just one weapon. Any weapon where spread is pretty bad, even projectile speed. Like, you can use harmonizer on pretty much any build, and they're only 1 energy each. I could put them S. I want to put them S, but I really do want to put it S, actually. Harmonizer pretty much shaped metas. Like, it's allowing weird builds and stuff to come out. I'm going to put it S just because it is really good. The fact that it reduces spread and gives projectile speed. You can use like wretches and have you can use wretches and have every grenade hit exactly where you want it to. You can use like compilers. I mean, you use gyroscope, but same thing. You can use it with like machine guns and shotguns and have like really tight spread. Auto cannons if you wanted to. It's really strong. Gyroscope, it's a little bit worse than harmonizer, a bit more niche. Put it in A. It's good for like mammoth carts, compiler, shotguns, destructor because of like the range increase. Anything that has like really massive bloom while you're rotating the gun or moving, gyroscope is better than harmonizer. But for the most part, harmonizer is better because it's just a general spread decrease as a whole. Flywheel, easy S tier. 2 energy, 20, it's 20, right? 20%? Yeah. 2 energy, 20% reload, 22 with fuse, good size, good due to mass, good It's just really good at everything. S. Rune, put an A. It's good armor, obviously increases booster ammo capacity, and Yeti, good armor as well, so just put an A. Ammo rack, B. I'm not a fan of it, pretty much never use it. Honestly, I'm gonna put a C. It's big, explosive, very heavy. The only benefit is that it only takes up one part, but otherwise I would rather use like a bunch of blues or a teal. The Shiver, B. I don't really even know how this happened. I don't know if they may have changed this and I'm just unaware, but coolers are so much worse than radiators now, and they have been for years. Let's put the Shiver in B because it's good at cooling. But if I'm running MGs, I'd rather have, like, you just always have more radiators than coolers. You usually never have a cooler, maybe like a chill or something. The Seal is good, A. I don't know. Really good at giving you more overheat. I don't know. The Hermes, I'm gonna put a B tier. Everything about it is cool and nice. It's just so big, man. I wish they would like make just completely remodel the Hermes and make it smaller. Because cockpit right now is so outclassed by so many different cabs, and the fact you need to spend so much energy on boosters for starters, and then you need to figure out a way to fit like 2 of these on a cockpit. Bro, these things are huge. Otherwise, I'd put this like A, but they're just so massive that it makes cockpit even worse than like Satori and other things. So I'll put a B. Geagle, what was its old perk? It was like more movements, more top speed to augers and stuff, wasn't it? The new perk I feel like is cool. I'll just put a B. It has good mass limit. I don't think it gives tonnage. It might actually. No, it doesn't give tonnage. So it has good mass limit, good speed, good everything. The perk is nice now with like fewer movement parts gives you weapon durability. It's cool and niche. The only reason I'm not putting it A is because again it has a really dumb hitbox and it's absurdly big, or it's deceivingly big. Very similar to the Razorback. Like this is like 2 pins. So this is like the engine and this is like 2 pins of nothing. It's so difficult to have this inside of a build. That's kind of the only reason I'm not putting it A, because it's so big, dude. So I put a B. Cheetah. Cheetah's like making a comeback. It was like the cheapest purple in the game for ages. It was like 80 coin. I don't even know if they buffed Cheetah. I don't think they have. I think with them changing some other engines maybe. I'm not 100% sure, but Cheetah is like becoming really good with like Aegis cars, Tormentors being a thing. It has really good stats everywhere. The hitbox is a bit annoying with like the top bit, but otherwise Cheetah is very strong. Colossus, I also I want to put Colossus S. Really nice hitbox and stuff. It's nice size, really good power, really good mass, good everything. It's a very solid engine. I mean, yeah, I'd put Colossus S, because if you can use a Colossus over a Finwhale, then use a Colossus, pretty much. The only reason you use Finwhale is for tonnage. Hot Red, man, this thing is bad. I don't know if they changed the perks. Like, it should be reverse speed, but with Oyabun existing, Hot Red is so bad. Oppressor, as a high ping enjoyer, I love the Oppressor, because rotation speed reduces the like server reticle delay. So I usually always use Oppressor on my cars and stuff. It just really, and the projectile speed also helps. So when I'm using a car build, I'm usually always using Oppressor because it pretty much reduces my ping by like 100. So for me, it's S, but I think for the average person, well, for anyone that plays sub 100 ping, I don't know. I don't actually know. The Oppressor is really nice. I want to put it in A. I feel like it's underused. Like I said, even though I'm high ping, and that's kind of why I use it, I still feel like other people should be using this. The rotation speed is so handy for like quick peaks, like with like Satori. So you can drift out of a corner and shoot straight away instead of needing to drift out of a corner then wait. Because most people use Finwhale. So they would drift out of the corner and then wait for their guns to rotate and then shoot. But I can do that in less than half the time because of the rotation speed. I feel like it's underrated. It's just how long it is and the funky hitbox is the annoying part. But otherwise I'd say Oppressor is A. Bootstrap, oh my god. Bootstrap is C. Bro, Bootstrap is so poop. It's massive and it's really annoying to build around, and this is like the 10k. This is like another 10 to 12k power score generator, which means you don't have a lot of armor. Most builds at that power score, like the 11, 12k, are usually like micro clan war builds. So it'll be like a Catalina score, but like small instead of, you know, big. and it'll use like a bootstrap, but the bootstrap is so big that the entire build is basically just an explosive. The gas gen is nice. 6 energy, really light. It's kind of small. It has like one pin out the front, which is really annoying sometimes. Otherwise, it's nice. It is a massive explosive, but what are you gonna do? It's okay. It's a good middle ground of everything. The Cyclops, look, the Cyclops is kind of arse. I'm gonna be honest. I want to put a B, just because the Cyclops is kind of only good for weapons that have a lot of durability, where you benefit a lot from the reload. But if you're using Cyclops on like Scorps, you don't need to. It's 1 extra energy. The overall reload boost compared to Flywheel is not a lot. I can't remember what it is, but it's not like 10%. Yeah, 25. So a Flywheel is 20 and a Cyclops is 25%. That's 1 whole energy for 5% reload. And if you got them fused, I mean, it's still the same, but you know what I mean. 1 extra energy for very minimal difference overall. You need your guns to get shot for the Cyclops perk to actually come into effect. And then it's really nice when you have like high Cyclops perk, it's really good, but you never really get that unless you have a big weapon, right? Like Mastos or something. But if you're using Scorp, there's no real point using Cyclops. It's 1 extra energy, more mass, all that stuff, funky hitbox. It's not worth it. Aquilo S. This is probably where the whole coolers are bad started. If I'm going to be honest, it's a radiator with a built-in cooler. It has a nice-ish hitbox. The back thing is annoying, but otherwise it's nice. This thing is 2 energy, and it's 4 energy combined into 1, and it's smaller. Nothing more needs to be said. Oyabun S as well. This engine is very, very strong, and I don't think it's ever going to get nerfed. 0 energy, 30% power, really nice speed. The hitbox is nice. The mass as well. It's really light. Yeah, 250 mass, 320 durability. Like, this thing is crazy. And the perk is nuts as well. Especially on hovers, you can purposefully bash yourself into a wall and then get the perk, and then you instantly start and instantly stop for however long it lasts. Finwhale, it's also S. Like I said, I would rather use a Colossus on like every build, but if you need tonnage, then you just use a Finwhale. It has like 35% power, it has good mass, good tonnage, good speed, okay size, good Dura mass as well, it's good armor. I don't know, nothing more needs to be said. It is pretty much the best engine in the game, aside from maybe Oyabun. Pegasus, I don't like Pegasus. I want to put a B. I always try to avoid using Pegasus. Doesn't even matter what build I'm using. Even if it's Spider, I try to avoid using Pegasus. You kind of just benefit more from like a Colossus perk, or even the Finwhale perk. I mean, not really on Spiders, but I don't like the Pegasus. It is probably a decent engine, right? Lots of mass, good power as well. And the perk is nice if you're running like on a Spider. I just don't like this at all. I'm gonna put it B, just so I can have people get mad and then say stuff in comments. It's like engagement bait, you see. So please tell me how the Pegasus is A tier and why you think it's A tier. And then in a separate comment, tell me how I'm stupid for putting Pegasus in B tier. Nice. The Thor. No, okay, no, chill. The Thor is not S. The Thor is like A. The only reason I was gonna put S is because in Levy Claymores, the builds that we use, Thor is honestly better than Odin, because we always end up having around 2 energy spare that we don't even need, and Thor is so much lighter and so much smaller that you just get more durability. But it is still a very strong It is still a very strong generator. Oh my god. For your 10 to 13k, Thor is really strong, very small, very light, good energy, good everything. Thor is good. Apollo, boom! Apollo's an F. If you're a new player, please get the Thor instead of the Apollo. Just because the Apollo has 1 more energy, it is not better. It is a nuke strapped to the back of your build. It's massive, so you can't armor it. You can't really put it underneath your frame. It's really heavy. It's a nuke, and it's big, and it's stupid. Bro, I sold my Apollo years and years and years ago, and I am honestly never going to buy it back. ever. I'm never going to use an Apollo. I'm always going to use an Odin or a Thor. I would never use an Apollo. Please, if you're a new player and you have this, sell this and buy a Thor. Or if you want to get this, don't get a Thor. The Jotunheimer S, being able to be cloak for infinite amount of time, theoretically, is kind of overpowered. And I think a lot of people don't realize like what the perk of the Yeti is. I see a lot of people, they just use Yeti to be cloak infinitely. They don't actually kind of use Yeti properly. Here, I'll show you actually. Where is it? Okay, can we get a like on the video for Wade? No, I'm joking actually. If you are like one of those people that are like, man, I want to have sex with this guy, please dislike the video and leave now. But if you're like, can this guy get out of the garage? Like, I'm sick of test driving and needing to, oh, friendly honk, friendly honk. Oh, Wade, hey, I'm Wade and I talk a lot. If you also dislike Wade, like the video. Anyway, so a lot of people just use Yeti like this, and they can be cloaked infinitely, and then they can just get behind you and then shoot. But look at the Yeti reload. Oh, that was me aging. That was me verbally aging, waiting for it to come back. But if you do this, if you cloak, and then you press your cloak button again, and then you shoot. Now look at that reload. I'm actually decreasing in age by how fast that reload is. And now I'm cloak again. And if you look at the time, look at how long is left. Okay, 36 seconds, I press it. It's not going down. Oh, what the? That's like 2 seconds of free cloak. So what people tend to do is they get to like 5 seconds of cloak. It's like a clutch match. It's 1v1. They got 5 seconds of cloak and every little second matters. They end up just draining their cloak to 0. Bro, when you get to like 1 second of cloak, or it'll say 0 seconds, I'm pretty sure, press your cloak button again and you get 2 seconds of free cloak. And trust me, it matters. And also the cooldown. It's very rare that I will ever use Yeti and then shoot out of Yeti. I'm always decloaking and then shooting. But yeah, anyway, Yeti is S. Omamori, C. This could be F. I want to put it in F just to like make people mad. I'm actually going to do that. I'm going to put it in F. So that people comment on the video. Anyway, Omamori is horrible. Averter is kind of just better in every way. Omamori is an extra energy, and Omamori takes half the damage. So if you're shooting a Scorp has 552 durability. You'll do 256 damage to the Scorp, and then 256 will go to the Omamori. But either way, the Scorp is dead in the next shot. It kind of doesn't do much. Omamori pretty much just saves you from like one more shot, even if it's like broken or recharged. Averter is sort of just more consistent. It does the same thing. It doesn't need to be recharged. Like I said, it basically does the same thing. Obviously, it's not 50%. It's 30, but it's smaller. It's easier to build around. It's less energy. It's lighter. Omamori is just horrible. And for a little bit there, I'm pretty sure they fixed it. But if you would break the Omamori and then keep shooting things that the Omamori is attached to, the Omamori would just explode. Like, it would just fall off the build. I'm pretty sure they fixed it though, but Omamori is still really bad. The Jackie, nothing more needs to be said. This thing has completely changed the game. Yeah, it just buffs the entire build a lot. The Jackie is pretty much on every single build, basically. The only time it's ever not on a build is if it's like a very specific build where maybe you can't get all the weapons on Jackie or something. But 15% damage, 3% cabin speed, 15% power. Yeah. I don't know. It's easily the best module in the game. Aegis. I'm gonna put this S as well because same with the Cheetah. These two have like made a massive comeback and they're kind of a problem. There's like these Ripper cars that are going around. Bigfoot, Aegis, Cheetah, Ripper, Satori. And they press their cloak button, they decloak, they pop Aegis, shoot like twice, then the Aegis goes away, and then they can cloak again. And then they pretty much rinse and repeat. So they're pretty much always in cloak or always have Aegis. And it's really annoying. So I'm going to put S. Pandora is also S. Barely anyone has used this, but just by looking at it, this is going to be everywhere. Really good. Actually, what is its Zero to Mass? I'm pretty sure it's insane. It's like 1-to-1, isn't it? Nearly. The Zero to Mass is really strong. The amount of ammo it gives is really nice. It also replenishes ammo, which is also insane. That's like, game changing. Its size is really nice as well. So you don't need to use multiple parts for ammo. You can just put this thing on and you'll be fine. You just put this thing on, put it somewhere safe. It's fine. It's not even that explosive. Yeah, I don't know. And Odin is also S. I don't know what more needs to be said. Relic generator, the only one in the game. It has good stats all around. It's good size. Yep. And I think that's just the tier list done. I might move some things around, but I honestly don't think so. Modules are modules, not much you can do about them. This is probably it. I'll zoom a little bit more just to... Yeah, I don't know. I think this is it. If there's something I've forgotten, because I seem to always forget, like, at least one thing every video. Because I get my, I get all my thingies from the Crossout wiki, and sometimes I just don't update things or don't even add things in general, so I just completely miss some weapons. Like, I almost didn't have the gyroscope or the Pandora, but I remembered they were in the game, so there might be something that I'm just forgetting again. If so, let me know. If there's anything you would change, also let me know. But don't hit me with some stupid shit. Don't hit me with like, oh, the hardcore is actually really good at 20 kps. Because it's just so small. Don't hit me with some dumb shit, right? But otherwise, yeah, thanks for watching. The next video will be movement, and I think that'll be the last. And then I don't know, I have some ideas for future videos, so stick around for those. Make sure you like and subscribe as well. Anyway, yeah, bye.